Wow, housing recession. It has become a buzzword this past summer. But really, what is a housing recession for us here as realtors, as sellers, as buyer? I read a quote from Lawrence Young. He is our National Association of Realtors, chief economist. He says, and I'm quoting, "This is a housing recession in terms of fewer home sales. Also, fewer housing, lower housing starts, fewer housings being built, and declining mortgage lending, and a collapse in the mortgage refinance." And he also added in there that there has been some job cuts. If you've kept in touch with Forbes magazine or some of the other Fox News and some of the other CBS News, they have all told us that there's been some job cuts in the housing industry as well, from builders, subcontractors, mortgages, large tech companies, things of that sort. But this is really not really a recession. This is really more of a slowdown in the housing market. There's been some deep enough changes in the housing market that we're all feeling it. We realtors are feeling it, lenders are feeling it, builders are feeling it. We're all kind of feeling it a little bit. Some interpret this recession as what happened in 2008. Man, guys, I got in the business in 2008. That was a crazy time. But the thing about 2008 that's different from now is that in 2008, the recession was started by the housing market. This buzzword recession, the people are using it quite a bit, is not because of the housing market, where 2008 it was. So that's kind of a difference between 2008 and now. So really, I'm trying to educate you on what is going on in the housing market. It is just a natural thing that has happened in the last month, really, because we've had higher mortgage interest rates going up, and that it's just causing a change. It's causing a turn in people that are wanting to buy. Maybe a more real definition, I love this thought process, is that it says we were kind of in a housing hangover. And I thought that so defines the way that I feel right now as your realtor, is that we are sobering up after an unusual 2 years period, where we have received massive monetary ups on our housing, as well as a fiscal stimulus. Our local economy has benefited tremendously here in Middle Tennessee because of so many people that has purchased homes here. So we're having a hangover. We had such a high for so long, and now the reality is kicking in. Housing costs are really going back to moderation. We're not falling, we're not collapsing. You're not going to lose money per se if you have in your home. You still have so much wealth in your home and in your property. So we don't see a free fall. We see it going back to normal, going back to the pre-pandemic times. We have seen housing that has doubled in their increase in their purchase of equity in their home. We're probably not going to see that anytime soon, maybe never again. It's going to go back to a single digit, moderate rise in your property that you own. Some people in the last year, they had saw double digits increase in their property value in less than a year's time. Guys, that is not normal. That is the high that we have been on for the last 2 years. So what does that mean? Yes, I'm telling you, yes, there's a cool down going on that is giving buyers really more option in housing. They're not having to overbid on homes or be in multiple offer situations as we were last year, and even the beginning of this year we ran into that. That's not happening as it was before. So buyers are probably in a good place. Now sellers, don't stress out on me here. I know that I have probably talked to you in the spring and early summer and gave you a quote on what your home value was back if you had listed it in the spring or listed it earlier in the summer. Don't stress out on me, because now your home is not worth what it was maybe in the spring. And when I say that, I'm saying worth during the pandemic time. So what we are finding is that when I did your comparable market analysis, your fair market analysis back in the spring, we were looking at the homes that were selling in your neighborhood and pricing your home based on what homes have sold in your neighborhood in the last year and 2 years. But now those homes are not worth what they sold in the last year or 2 years. They're going to have to catch up a little bit. So when we list your home now, we are going to be pricing your homes what the moderate increase has been on your homes, not the fast double digits that some people saw in the last 2 years. So don't stress out on me. You still have money sitting in your home, in the equity of your home, and you will still make money on your home. It just might not be what it would have been when we talked back end of last year into the spring. We might have to come back down to pre-pandemic pricing. So don't stress out on me. Homeowners are still very real estate wealthy. It is still the highest, safest place to put your money than you will put in any other place. So I hope this educated you. Take some of the fear out of what the media is trying to tell us in this home recession. Don't think of it as a home recession. Think of it as kind of like we're coming back to normal. We are sobering up. This is Sherry with Real Estate Professionals of Tennessee here in Cookeville, Tennessee. Happy buying and selling.